Alright, take two. Ladies and gentlemen, just Sunstrider here. Welcome back to what will be part 2 of my Sunstrider's Guide to Planetside 2. And before we start, I want to say if you guys haven't watched the lore episode I uploaded last week, and I highly recommend you watch that first because it just gives you some background of the game, you know, what the setting is, how humanity got there, how the three factions came to be, all that fun stuff. And this episode is just going to be getting started, character creation, tutorial, maybe a couple snippets here and there. And overall, this episode's not going to be much, you know, just gotta get all of this crap out of the way first. And before you get to this screen here, which is the, you know, the basic login screen, you have to, you first have to find the Planetside 2 homepage, which I will link in the description below. Then you gotta make a Daybreak Games account, because the Planetside 2 is owned by Daybreak Games, and in order to play the game, you have to have one of their accounts, which is fine. You know, it's free to make, blah, 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 blah. Relatively simple process like signing up to anything else. And you can either download the game straight from their website, or you can get the Steam version. Long story short, I like Steam, you know, track hours, track screenshots, stuff like that. And I like Steam anyway, so, you know, Steam, there you go. And, other than that, you know, it's a pretty simple process. You guys should be able to figure it out yourselves. But regardless, when you first open up the game, you obviously will not have these three characters here. I think you might be thrown into character creation right off the bat, but I can't remember. It's been so long since I started. You know, it's been a good 5 years since I started playing Planetside 2. So, you know, if I can't remember what screen you start on, I guess that's okay. But anyway, you're obviously not going to have these three characters, but we will go through creating one to use for the guide playthrough. And obviously, as you can see by the difference in BR, which is battle rank, which is pretty much your level, it doesn't really affect you much in Planetside 2, but I guess there is some variation in the battle ranks. Obviously, you can see my TR character here as, you know, full battle rank 70. My NC character is pretty far behind, but not as far behind as my poor Vonu chick here. But regardless, my main server is Conroy. Yeah, insert Conroy memes here, but it's the faction I started playing on, and it's my main faction. I will continue playing on that faction, but we might go on a different server. Server. And Conroy is actually named off of Thomas Conroy, the man, the legend, Thomas Conroy. Your service will be remembered, not by many, but by me. Rest in peace, Thomas Conroy. Anyway, I guess we will go through with it. Create our character for the guide playthrough, and you can see that I have open character slots here. Basic accounts only have 3, and the reason why I have 3 extra, it's because I have all access, which is kind of like their, you know, paid for, you know, rewards program, I guess. You know, you buy with real money, all access, and then you get all these in-game goodies, and you help support the game. And because Planetside 2 is worth it, I have spent over $150 in Planetside 2. I'm a dedicated motherfucker, alright? But anyway, you click on Create Character, you have these 3 lovely factions to choose from. Well, you know, 3 lovely in quotation marks. You know, these guys are cool. These guys are badasses. These guys are, you know, pretty cool. And not you. We don't pay attention to you. But anyway, these are the 3 factions. They give a little briefing here, but obviously, if you want to know the full story, you can check out part 1 of my playlist, where I go over the lore. But in general breakdown, the Terran Republic are a conservative, authoritarian, collectivist nations who strive to regain contact with the homeworld and reunite the warring factions. The conglomerate are a separatist faction determined to remain free of the controlling and domineering republic. They feel that any form of control is oppression, and that a miserable free man is better off than a content slave. And the Vonu Sovereignty, these weird motherfuckers. The Vonu Sovereignty are a transculturist cult of academics, intellectuals, and technology worshippers who believe that human destiny lies in the further development of exploration of alien technology. And I gotta say, I do not like the Vonu Sovereignty for their beliefs, but their music is fucking cool. Alright, spacey, cool, sci-fi music. You know, But I don't like the bonus army for their ideals. It literally says cult in the fucking briefing. But I do not like the Banu Sovereignty. The Banu Sovereignty can go suck themselves. New Conglomerate are cool, but I prefer loyalty until death, strength and unity. And this briefing kind of sums up why I like the TR in terms of their beliefs. You know, they just want to reunite the factions, and they just want to go home, guys. Why do we have to fight? Can't we all just get along? Anyway, that being said, the Terran Republic will be our faction of choice for the guide video, or playlist, old playlist actually. And I could go back on Conroy, but I think I want to go on Emerald for this one. No, I want to go on Emerald. I'm obviously not going to go on Colbat or Briggs. Henry Briggs, rest in peace, that man. Henry Briggs, close friend to Thomas Conroy, started the Banu Sovereignty. Rest in peace, that man. And I don't know what the hell Colbat is, and I don't know who the hell Emerald is, but, wait. We've done, no, I don't want to go on Conroy. Relax, Thomas, alright? Definitely not going to go on these ones because, you know, this is the European server, and this is the Australian server, I think? Anyway, we'll be going on Emerald for this guide playthrough. And can I see my dude, please? I'd like to see my person. Show me my dude. No, hold on. Hold on, let's try this again. Try this again. Alright, yep. Yeah, an authoritarian state. There we are. Alright, so you can do, it's very minimal, but you can kind of customize your character. You can also obviously choose male or female. Males obviously have this like by the book stance, and females have this kind of laid back but still, you know, by the book laid back stance. You know, badass. And you know, I normally play female soldiers in Planetside 2 because fuck it, why not? But you know what? I might just go for a dude here, and you can kind of choose your race. You know, your ethnicity. You know, you could be a white dude, you could be a black dude, you could be an Asian dude, and you could be a, want to say European dude? Sorry if that's racist. But we'll probably just stick with the white guy. I don't want to go to the black guy, but nah, we'll stay with the white guy. Very original name, Jet Guide, Strider, Jet Guide Strider, TR, because I'm OCD like that. Alright, this proud, strapping young man will be our beacon of hope to learn how the fuck to play this game. Here we go. And we'll try to log in. We'll get this big ass loading screen, this cool fucking wallpaper, and VR tutorial zone. Now there's going to be a lot of bantering in the background, because the Terran Republic announcer is going to be blapping in our ears louder than Bradford. So get ready. Buckle up, motherfuckers. It's going to be a lot of talk. This could load. And little tips down here. Sunstrider, Valkyries, and Galaxies will allow squad mates to spawn directly in them as long as they're blah, 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 blah. Hello. Hey, look at this crazy gun we got. Alright.
Welcome, Private.
Yep,
this
here
is
we
a
are.
virtual reality training area designed to get you up to speed on combat on Araxis.
Do a piss poor job
There
at
are
it,
no
though.
consequences in this area, so it's all right to make mistakes and take as much time as you need to get acclimated.
Thanks, man.
Use your movement keys to move forward, backward, and sidestep to the left or to the right.
Wow, really, dude? I would never imagine. But this is just basic first-person controls. Maybe a little bit here and there about the different...
Use the mouse to turn and to look up and down.
I'm trying to do a guide playthrough here, man. You're worse than Bradford, I swear to God. But anyway, basic first-person shooter controls, and a little bit about the different mechanics in this game, but very little. Obviously, you see that thing over there. I can't see the other thing from in here, though. There are two kind of objective things here, but yes. Turn and lock, lol. There we go. We can turn, we can run, we can walk.
The jump key is used to hurdle battlefield obstacles.
Oh, really,
but jumping
dude?
greatly reduces weapon accuracy.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's a thing.
The crouch key can be used to duck down and make yourself a smaller target.
Control? Dude, it's C for me. I rebounded that like soon after I started playing.
Holding down the sprint key while moving will make you run faster. But you cannot use any weapons while sprinting. And it takes longer to pull out your weapon after you stop.
Wow, who knew, right? Anyway, let's just run on down here. That's You sure this place is fit for tutorial work? This place seems kind of dangerous. That door looks like it can like slam on a dude at all times.
This gravity pad lets you move up and down. And do it quickly.
Yeah.
Simply step on the pad, and you will ascend or descend in the direction of the flowing particles.
Whee! Alright. And what do we got in here? Oh my gosh, look at this thing.
Capture and hold these points to take control of the region. A successful uplink must be maintained in order to complete the transfer of control, so lock those points down.
Alright, so every base in Planetside 2... Shut up, tutorial. Every base in Planetside 2 revolves around these little capture points. Obviously, this one is captured by the Vonu Sovereignty, by the logo on the purple color it has. Now, a base can have more than one capture point, and if it does have more than one capture point, half of the points must be controlled and held in order to cap the actual base. If it's like four points, 3 of them, you know, so like over half or over half. I guess it's just over half. I don't know why I'm trying to talk like this, but anyway. Over half of the control points has to be controlled and maintained in order for the base to capture. When I run up to this thing, it'll start flashing and say capture at the top of my screen. And this little thing over here will start, the little bar will show up here as we walk in. You know, you see that thing going up there. And obviously, the more people on the point, the faster it captures. But this is the training facility, so it's not like it matters. And then you see this little thing going right here. Obviously, bigger bases and most outposts will have something, you know, around maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Depending on what kind of facility it is, we'll get into that in a different part. But yeah, that's just the basics of it, you know. Every base is captured by these little control points. And over 50% of them have to be... Over 50% of them have to be controlled and maintained.
The facility is ours.
That's all you gotta know about these things.
Use the interact key for interacting with most objects in the world. The most common objects you will use are terminals, which can be used to resupply, change classes, create vehicles, or change continents.
Alright.
Walk up to an equipment terminal and interact with it.
Can I just do my thing? Anyway, these terminals, like the little dude said, these things are how 90% of everything's going to happen in this game in terms of equipment and vehicles. Different terminals do different things. Obviously, you see a little gun icon here. It means equipment. A little tank icon, which is somewhere around here, would be vehicles. A globe icon will be warp gate terminals. And we'll see all of those later on.
Walk up to an equipment terminal and interact with it. When you interact with a terminal, your view will switch to a menu of options available at the terminal. Click the green resupply button on the left side of the terminal menu to equip your selected loadout and resupply all of your ammunition.
And the dude will explain the classes if we pick them, but I want to do that myself in a different video.
To change
for
classes,
now,
interact with an equipment terminal, then select the class you'd like to use on the left side of the menu.
Well, if I don't want to use combat medic.
Click the resupply button. Try changing classes to a combat medic.
And the little idle animations. I kind of like looking at the little idle animations, but we ain't got time for that.
Your weapons are just as dangerous to your teammates as they are to the enemy. So it is essential you learn how to identify friend from foe. By default, your teammates all have friendly blue triangle indicators above their heads.
Are you colorblind?
And their names show up when you point your crosshair near them. Enemy players do not have any indicators above them unless they are spotted. Press the spot key while you have an enemy in your crosshair to mark them for yourself and for nearby friendly players.
Alright, so, I mean, the game was updated a while back to allow for faction-specific colors to appear, and I like to use that, so obviously all the TR players are going to be red, All NC players are going to be blue. All VS players are going to be black, I think.
Press the spot key while you have an enemy in your crosshair.
Purple.
The simplest form of shooting is hip fire, where you shoot without careful aiming. The area between your crosshair ticks shows where your shots will land when you fire your weapon. This area is referred to as your cone of fire.
Now.
Try shooting some targets using hip
please,
fire.
let me talk. Alright, so the Q key, you want to spam that as much as you can. Not only will it show you like what it is and, you know, their name and all that stuff, but it will also give you XP if somebody else kills it. So if I
try shooting some
this guy
targets
here
using hip fire.
and say that guy turns around and shoots him while he's spotted by me, I will get a spot bonus, which will give me some extra XP. But anyway.
You can also aim down the sights of your weapon by right-clicking on your mouse. This will greatly improve accuracy, but penalize your movement. Headshots will do more damage to your target, especially if you are using a high-powered sniper rifle. You will automatically reload your weapon when you empty the magazine. You can reload before the magazine is empty using the reload key. You can switch weapons and items by pressing your weapon slot keys, or by scrolling the mouse wheel. Switching to your pistol is faster than reloading your primary weapon.
And yes, the TR do start with
the use ability key is used by some classes to activate their special class-defining abilities, such as the cloaking device for the infiltrator, the shield for heavy assault, or the group heal for the combat medic.
Alright, also one last thing.
Take some time to get comfortable with shooting, and familiarize yourself with your weapons and classes.
Alright, one thing I do want to point out. Talk.
If you accidentally hit a friendly, you will get a sound, and a don't shoot icon will appear on your crosshair. Whenever you damage a friendly soldier or vehicle, you will accumulate grief points. If you get too many grief points, we will disable your weapon. Grief points will decay over time, so accidents will be forgiven automatically.
So, yeah, there is friendly fire in this game. Clearly demonstrated. But you can get weapons lock. I have gotten weapons lock a couple of times through my gameplay, and it is really annoying. But we could sit around here and talk about all the classes.
Combat medics are general-purpose infantry that can heal and revive teammates.
Yes. Okay, we'll just stick with this for now, because I don't want him blabbling for like 20
Teleporters
minutes.
provide quick transportation within the facility. Step on the pad to begin the process.
Yeah, this is safe.
Death is inevitable, but there are many ways to get back into the fight. Every friendly facility has a protected spawn room where you can prepare before moving out. Sunderer vehicles can also be equipped with a mobile spawn capability.
They're all equipped by
default. You can also
default.
redeploy back to a friendly facility using the redeploy mechanism. Use redeploy to respawn at this facility.
Sunderer vehicles are equipped automatically with a deploy option. Relax. But, yeah. We hit the U button, and we, you know, think to ourselves for 10 seconds, and then we shoot ourselves in the head, or hang ourselves, or do whatever the fuck we do to just blah. And this is the whole rapid rebirthing technology that was displayed in the, lore video. You know, just being able to just pop up like this and go, "Saw dude, it's
infantry aren't your only threat. Our outdoor range also has vehicle targets. Most vehicles are resistant to small arms fire, and some, like tanks, are completely immune. For these threats, you have to use rocket launchers and other more powerful ordnance. The heavy assault is the class most well suited for dealing with enemy vehicles.
I main heavy assault, but I don't use heavy assault for anti-vehicle. I use it for anti-infantry mostly.
Switch to your rocket launcher and use it to blow up an enemy vehicle. Tanks have strong front armor, but are more vulnerable on the sides and rear.
I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on this one, but I think that tanks actually got changed, so they take like normal damage from the front and sides, and they only take bonus damage from the rear. Don't quote me on that though. There's also these turret thingies, which I'll explain that in a separate video. Oh my god, just die! Die!
Heads up! Vanguard here!
No voice
Visual on
pack.
Rebel Vanguard! We've got a mag rider in the area!
No voice pack, I'll go over all the vehicles and shit.
Switch to your rocket launcher.
Okay, I did
Use
it.
to blow up an
Shut
enemy
up.
vehicle. This thrust pad will move you around the facility quickly. If you step onto the pad, you will be jettisoned at high velocity in the direction the pad is pointing. An inertial dampener is in place to allow for a safe landing.
Yeah, this thing. This inertial dampener. This thing looks just as solid as the freaking ground. Like, really. But, you know, hopefully you guys ain't scared of heights. Whee! Slam.
Vehicle terminals are where you can create your own vehicles for your use. There are many types of vehicles available, from quads to tanks to large transport aircraft. Interact with the ground vehicle terminal.
Guys, I'm not sure, but I think this is the ground vehicle terminal. Don't know for sure, Z's, though.
One vehicle that is always available at every friendly facility is the Flash. This
Gotta go
vehicle
fast.
is excellent for personal transportation and crossing rough terrain quickly. Select the Flash from the list of vehicles, then click the spawn button to create it. Spawning vehicles
Gotta go
cost resources.
fast.
Secure this objective.
You can also hit the T button by default to go in and out of third and first person.
This nanite ammunition depot can quickly resupply ammunition for all types of ground vehicles. Ammunition is replicated directly into the vehicle's weapon systems, so no manual interaction is needed.
This looks so derpy. Anyway, let's continue.
Secure this objective.
I'm going. Fuck. Alright, that's just a park there, you know, beep beep, make sure it doesn't get stolen, you know, I don't have insurance on that thing. Alright.
This type of generator maintains power to the perimeter shields, preventing ground vehicles from breaching the facility.
Think stabbing it will help? Probably not. Hey look, I made an X. It marks the spot, they say.
Shield
Alright, this is gonna
generator
take for fucking
critical.
ever, so let's just back up away from this and wait. They normally take like 2 to 3 minutes just to blow up in live play. Oh my god, explosion!
Generator destroyed.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Betty.
Warp terminals have a globe icon and are marked on your mini-map and heads-up display.
Alright, warp gate terminals.
Warp gate terminals allow long-range transportation for infantry units. It allows a soldier to travel to any linked location in an instant.
Instant. Alright, we get another badass wallpaper and another loading screen. Mmm. Alright. And here we are in the actual game. Get to my heaviest zone here. Oh my gosh. Alright. So there are these things called directives which you can do different objectives for fancier rewards. For example, I recently finished the TRLMG directive, although I haven't gotten that far in the uploading yet, so, you know, it's a little far behind there. But regardless, here we are in the actual game. Alright, this is a warp gate, friendly, secured facilities, which allow for planning on where the hell you want to go. There is also a paint shield around this entire facility, which prevents enemies from creeping up on us and spawn camping us and whatnot. The Indar warp gate is the only one that has it, but it has a little range down here. If you're waiting for like a Quee or something to get into a different continent, you can kind of, you know, shooty all up in here, although the dummies aren't spawning. There's normally like dummies in front of these things, but I guess they're not spawning today. And pretty much all of this other fancy stuff will be explained in future episodes. But one thing I do want to say now is that I have spent considerable amounts of money in this game. I have considerable amounts of cosmetics. And cosmetics are only bought with Daybreak Cash, which you need actual money for, but I'll handle all this stuff on my own. But for now, guys, that is the tutorial, character creation. Very, very basic stuff here. You know, like I said, I want to keep the specific stuff to their own separate videos. So I think next we come back, we'll go over the classes in detail. They should be self-explanatory, but there are slight details that I'd like to explain. You know, used to, and maybe help you guys decide which faction and class you want to play yourself. But regardless, that's probably going to call it here for now for the introduction and getting started. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video in any way, shape, or form. I will probably just do the little minuscule micromanaging all of my classes and stuff to make sure they're named and set up the way I like it. And next we come back, we will go over the classes and then vehicles and then so on and so forth. But for now, I'm just going to call it here for Sunstrider's Guide to Planetside 2. Hopefully you guys are excited for the game. Like I said, some links will be in the description below for those of you who are interested. And I will see you all next week. I'm out. Peace.